So following up from last week's video, I will be talking a little bit more about avoidant and safety behaviors today, and also why it's so important for us to be aware of them. So what are safety behaviors? Now, in essence, it is exactly what it sounds like. They are behaviors that make you feel safe, but while they help us feel safe in the short term, they are not so helpful in the long term, and sometimes they can actually be more detrimental than helpful. They are subtle forms of avoidance that have the potential to keep the anxiety going. Now, each of these behaviors prevent you from learning that anxiety symptoms are not as dangerous as you think they are, and sometimes they might actually make the situation worse. So, what do I mean by this? Okay, let's take an example. So, let's say that I am fearful of dogs, and while I'm making this video right now, a dog walks right into this room. Now, you could probably guess and immediately that I would feel some form of anxiety, perhaps an intense amount of anxiety. Now, I might start to have thoughts of, oh no, what if the dog comes near me? What if it starts to lick me? I mean, what like, is it gonna bite me? Is it gonna bark at me? Is it aggressive? And all these thoughts just racing through my head as my anxiety starts to increase. Now, at this point, I have a choice. So, I can either run out the room or I could just stay, right? Now, let's say I go with the first choice, right? And I run out of the room. Now, the minute I get out of the room, I remove myself from the situation, my anxiety levels would immediately drop. And as probably you can guess why, as it's because the dog is no longer around. And I am away from the situation or the object that is causing me anxiety. So my anxiety, immediately drops. And I would feel safe. However, this is what we call a safety behavior. Let's say the same situation happens again. But this time around, I stay in the room. My anxiety will surely increase, right? It will just keep increasing. And it might increase to a point that's even higher than the previous situation, right? Because I'm staying here and the dog is with me. However, as the anxiety increases, it will eventually peak, right? And then it will plateau, it will eventually drop, right? What is happening, as my anxiety increases and it decreases, what is happening is that I am learning that, oh, hey, maybe the dog won't bite me. Maybe it's not as dangerous as I think it is. Is it possible that the dog is, only wants to just sit here? Maybe the dog doesn't want to even pay attention to me at all. It's just minding its own business. Now, as this happens over and over and over again, this is what we call a habituation of learned responses. We are essentially learning a different response, whether be it behaviorally or emotionally, to a situation that triggers anxiety. So these are just some snippets into what might happen during the course of therapy, and also it highlights how important it is to find a therapist who you are comfortable with. Your therapist will work out a treatment plan with you that works for you, and also tailor it to your needs. That is all I have for today's video. Once again, stay safe everyone and take care.